Did I just hit start or stop? Okay, it says I'm streaming. Am I streaming? Oh, it says we're live. But can they hear us? The internet can totally see you now. Oh, you can hear us both? Oh, yeah, they can. Oh, wait, which one of us can you hear? Is it just me? I think it's just me. Alright, how do I get you to sound in the video? Mm-hmm. I remember. Okay. Audio... Audio input capture or audio output? Output. Okay. Desktop audio? Oh. Okay. Alright. Can they hear you now? Go back where? Yeah. Oh no. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, the mixer part. Yeah. It says that you're all good. Oh. Properties? Okay. I think I'm gonna... Speakers. Headphones. Okay. So let's try that. Can I hear you? Oh. Don't think we can still hear you. Alright, let's try the other one. I'm sorry, everyone, if you're watching. I'm getting output. Wait, where did I go? Settings. Properties. Let's try stereo. Oh, not that one.
Stereo microphone.
Stereo microphone. Alright.
Okay.
Yep,
Hey!
Alright.
Oh, sorry, I'm really loud.
Turn you down there. And I think we're
My
all
bad.
set.
Okay, good.
Okay. So yeah, you're just gonna have to like teach me how to stream as this goes on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we're doing a pretty good job so far. I'm gonna put myself on push to talk so that I don't make a bunch of excess noise. Oh, we should also get some music going.
Yeah. How do we do that? Do I just play some
Basically,
music?
yeah, you just play some music.
Alright. Marshmallow Bits. You have this song. How do I guess I just turn it down, maybe? Once it starts playing?
Yeah.
How do you turn it down?
Wait, what do you mean turn down?
I'm trying to turn down the music, but I don't see a button.
Turn down for what?
Yeah, turn down for what? No.
Oh, there's no volume slider on
On Bandcamp, yeah.
Bandcamp?
There's no volume slider on
Today
Bandcamp.
I learned.
Wait, there has to be. What is this?
Okay, Well, in that case, what you can do is, if it's too loud, you can
You know,
go to
Zero
your
Janitor is in our thing, right? He's listening in. Alright. So, Zero
Oh,
Janitor, I'm going to look you up on YouTube or something. Wait. Yeah, Zero Janitor has a YouTube, right? At
yeah.
least it's
Well,
SoundCloud. Does
well,
SoundCloud have a song?
okay. So what you can do is click on the volume thing in the bottom right of your screen.
Yeah.
Like right click it.
Uh-huh.
You gotta right click it,
Oh, right. Oops.
and then do you open Volume Mixer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just set that to like 50%. And we're all good.
Cool. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, welcome everybody to Chip Chat with your hosts, Tris and Cass. Hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah. So let's look at our list of things. So we've got my presentation, we've got Muscle Wizard, and we've got Pride.
Yeah.
Speaking
Oh,
of
by the way,
Pride,
did we link things in chat?
we haven't. Let's do that now. Actually, do
Yeah,
you
good
think we should do
idea.
that? Since I'm like
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh no, alright, let me fix that. Alright.
I mean, what else is new? I'm just extremely loud.
Okay.
Does it go in announce?
Yeah, announce. You can comment there, right? Pretty sure you can
Did I
add
tag everyone?
Yeah. Thanks, DJ. So right now we're listening to Rush of Nostalgia by Binary Counter from the album not Muscle, from the album Marshmallow Bits by the A Bit of Kitchen Collective. I love this song. So as soon as you get that link up, I'm all set to chat. Great.
Okay.
So...
Accurate.
Did you end up listening to all of this before? I was just wondering, did you like listen through the album before or no?
Are you talking to me or Z?
I'm talking to you.
You know, unfortunately, I have not.
Alright,
I should do that though, because I'm always looking for chiptune music, and I just kind of forget of.
Yeah. Alright, well,
Yeah,
you'll get
really
to hear
weird.
it. You can
Sorry.
hear it now? That's alright. Can you hear it now?
I actually can't.
Oh no. Oh well. Well, it sounds great. I can attest.
I'm sure it does.
And I think are we ready to chat with people? Got 3 watching still.
Nice. Well, I am one of them. Should I not be one of them?
I don't know. Not unless you're logged into a bit of kitchen. I mean, like, you know. But yeah, I remember some people were like, oh yeah, I wanted to see it. But I guess, you know, we've got our 3 people. That's cool. Alright, so the song's coming to a close. I'll pause that.
The music is really loud.
The music is really loud? Alright, I'll turn it down some more. While I do that, I'd like to hear about the story that you mentioned. So that you had a bunch of stories from work.
Oh yeah. So I'm a substitute teacher. That's my day job. And because it's summer, I've had to start working with preschoolers, which are a huge departure from what I'm used to, which is working with like high schoolers, middle schoolers, older kids.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've ever met like a 4-year-old, but they give zero hex, and they will say whatever it is they're thinking about, no matter how rude it is.
Mhm.
Um,
I've heard.
so, um, several of them. Uh, well, it's not uncommon for kids to ask me if I'm a boy or a girl, which is not really a fun question to get.
Right.
But also, today, today, so one of the kids referred to me as the fat man.
Oh no. I'm so sorry, Triz.
I mean, like, isn't that what like Stewie calls Peter in Family Guy? Like, that is the worst comparison.
Mm.
But on the bright side, that like the teachers have been really good about like correcting them and like coming to my rescue and being like, like trying their best to explain to these kids the like, I guess, intricacies of gender
Mhm.
in as little time as possible. Um,
How does that go?
I mean, usually when the other teacher tells them, because like when I tell them, so they'll ask me, right? They'll be like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" And I'll be like, "I'm a girl." And then they're like, "No," because they think I'm playing or something. But then another teacher will come in and be like, "CJ, every girl's dream is being mistaken for Peter Griffin." You're extremely right. Every girl that I've ever met, including myself, has just always wanted to be compared to, if not mistaken for, Peter Griffin.
I want to be mistaken for Peter Griffin. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, usually when another teacher tells them, they're like, "Oh, okay." Um, and also like I've noticed like the girls tend to be like more chill about it. Um,
Huh.
and they like, I don't know, maybe it's like my my motherly aura, but like I always get a bunch of kids who like super cling to me. Like there was this one little girl today that would just like constantly be like, "Hey, follow me. Oh, hey, come sit with me. Oh, hey, like walk with me." And it's like really cute, but also I'm like, boundaries. Like I need some space.
Uh,
But it's really sweet and I appreciate it.
uh,
Um,
so cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were older than 4. My experience with little kids has been kind of similar. I don't think anybody really asked me like if I was a guy or a girl because it was at camp and camp is very gendered. So,
Oh yeah. Hey
but
Toby.
hi. And yeah, we have Toby. What was I gonna say? I totally forgot. Yeah, nobody ever asked me whether I was a boy or a girl, but somebody did ask me like, what am I? As in like my race once, because I get really dark during the summer. Um, so it
Uh,
was interesting. I don't remember. I don't remember what I said, but I don't think I gave that kid a straight answer. So I don't know what that was about. But yeah,
yeah.
kids just kind of say whatever. Um,
You didn't give him a straight answer. Did you give him a gay answer instead?
uh,
Happy
all of
Pride,
them,
everyone! I'll
I
be here all
think.
month.
Yeah, happy Pride. Um, I wanted to. I'll make the plug later. I'll do a little research, but there is there's a chiptune based Pride event going on right now, and while the stream is happening, I'll grab the information. But um, I'll definitely plug it before the episode ends. Um, Have any more stories? Or do you want to move on?
Yeah, I do actually.
I
But
heard
before
of.
that, ZJ mentions that they wouldn't mind getting the question, presumably, are you a boy or a girl, once in a while. Um, so, two things. One is, it is kind of like, it's kind of nice because, like, at least they're questioning it, you know? They don't just, like, assume. Um, and
Mhm.
also, um, my tips for getting that are to, like, try to look like like if you trying to think of how to phrase this, but like for me, you know, as a trans woman, like trying to look as femme as possible is the easiest way to get kids to ask you that question.
Mhm.
Because you know, if you come in wearing a dress, like, or a skirt or makeup, or you have long hair or whatever, like sort of typically feminine things, like it's going to raise some flags, I guess, unless you like um are like passing to the kids. And of course, like I'm pretty like upfront about my feelings about like the concept of passing, but it sucks and it's dumb and I hate it, and I don't think that it has any like bearing or like value or effect on a person's like value or validity. Like you're valid whether you quote unquote pass or not, but um like unless you can be like super stealth, I guess like kids are gonna pick up on it and ask you that question. So I guess basically what I'm trying to get at is like if you do some gender fuckery and you know uh, make yourself look androgynous, I guess, or like make it unclear, that's how you get that question. But it's a lot of effort and sometimes it's not safe. So, you know, do you?
Yeah. I haven't really gotten that question, but it also is probably because like I don't work with kids.
Yeah, that is,
Even like,
yeah.
no matter how I present, people are just like, "Oh, Cass," and like, but you can kind of tell what's going on when they're like messing with the pronouns a lot. Um,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it's definitely like a lot easier to get kids to ask that question, or rather, like kids will ask that question way more often than like adults, because adults are simultaneously like more polite and like more cruel.
someone's calling me over. I'll be right back. Can you hold the stream with some fun stuff?
I absolutely can.
All right, I'll be right back.
Um,
Tell someone I'm streaming.
Cass will BRB. So in the meantime, it's just me and music that I can't hear. So um, I need you all to describe in extremely like great detail exactly what you're hearing, so that I can get you know, get a feel for what's going on. Um, yeah, and you know, somebody might suggest, oh, Tris, why don't you just like open up Bandcamp in another tab and listen along? And you know what? That's a really good idea, but um, you know, I'm lazy.
I'm the back.
And hey, Cass is back.
Tris, you're not
Um,
lazy. I don't know where the context was for that, but you're not. You're like, Tris, you're great.
I was being really silly.
Yeah, so it was just my family. They were wondering how I was doing, and I was like, this is like stream time. So they understood.
That's good. I'm glad that they understand.
So, okay.
Oh, I was going to tell you about my new friend,
Woo!
um,
That's fun.
who is like actually an adult and not like a yeah, actually an
Actually, an
adult and
adult
not
and
like a
not like a what?
preschooler. Yeah, not some preschooler
Oh,
who's
I
like,
thought you
you're
were
my friend
gonna.
now.
I thought you were calling me a preschooler for a sec.
Oh, No, definitely not. No, no,
Oh,
you're an existing friend. This is a new
mhm.
friend.
Right. All right.
Um,
Who's this new friend?
yeah. So it was somebody who worked at the school that I was at yesterday and today.
Oh.
Um, I don't remember how we started talking. I think, I mean, we were just like both sitting at like the break table,
Mhm.
um, and she was talking to like somebody else. She might have just like asked me a question. She might have been like, uh, "Hey, you're new," like something or another. I don't know. She was just like very friendly and outgoing, um,
Yeah.
and pregnant, which will come into play later.
Oh,
But
this is a narrative, huh?
yeah, foreshadowing. Um, so yeah, we were just like chatting, and she was telling me about her like cool tattoos, and we were talking about like working with kids and our experiences, because my experience is very different from hers, in that she's never worked with older kids, but I have like almost exclusively worked with older kids, except for the one time that I did like a summer camp. And I like prefer working with older kids. Not that I don't enjoy what I'm doing now. It's just easier, I think. But anyway, we were talking about that. Um, and then, break was over. And then, uh, as luck would have it, our groups of kids ended up playing together at the end of the day. So we got to sit and chat for a while, um, and talk about more stuff. And she was telling me all about how, like, her friend does a lot of like really cool like LGBT stuff, and like she used to work at this like, I guess, like kids kind of like small little amusement park
Oh.
in the area. And she was telling me all about like this really cool like program that they did, where like they really broke down like gender roles and stuff. So like, you know, it would be like, can girls wear skirts? And like the kids would be like, yeah. Can girls wear pants? Yeah. Can boys wear pants? Yeah. Can boys wear skirts? And like they would explain that like, yeah, boys can wear skirts, like anyone can wear whatever they want basically. And like they're talking to these like very young kids who are like under 12
Mhm.
years old. And I was like, that's amazing. um and Yeah.
That's
And then
cool.
like I asked her about, like, she was talking about, as we were talking like, or as we were talking about earlier, like young kids have zero filter. So they're like, "Why is your belly so big?"
Oh.
And she's like, "Well, cuz I have a baby." Um and so she,
Okay.
tries to explain that. So like this
Yeah.
kid comes up and she's like, "Why is your belly so big?" Because I have a baby. He's like, "Oh, can I touch your belly?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure. Thanks for asking, whatever." Um,
Mhm.
so then I asked her, like, "Oh, when are you due? Blah, blah, blah. Do you have a name picked out?" And so she was like, "Yeah." So she shared the name. And then she was like, "Yeah, but like if my baby, grows up and decides that they don't like that name, like then they won't like that name, and we can work on something together." And she was
Oh.
like, um when people ask like, is it a boy or a girl, she phrases it like, well, the doctors tell me it's a girl. um and like with her family, she's like, yeah, so the doctors say that she's a girl, but like if they grow up and they feel differently, like that could change. But the
Mhm.
doctors tell me it's a girl. So like she's like really doing a lot of work to like lay the foundation for this kid to be like comfortable regardless of the gender.
Uh-huh.
Um and I'm like, that's so cool. So you see why now her pregnancy came into play in the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then today, because I went back to the same school, so like we parted ways, whatever, and was like, okay, yeah, see you tomorrow. Um, and I came back and I didn't see her all day. Like on all of my breaks or in passing, I was just like, okay, where is she? Where is she? And I didn't see her, and I was like, oh no, maybe she didn't come to work today. Um, but like at the end of the day, as she was leaving, I was like, hey, how's it going? Like I caught her. Um, and she's like, yeah, I'm on my way out. And so I asked her, like, can I add you on Facebook or something? So we did that, and now we're officially Facebook friends, and I'm really happy because she seemed really
Yay.
cool.
That
And I
sounds really
have a
cool.
friend now.
You have a friend now.
Yeah. That's like my first like work friend that I've made so far.
Oh, like ever? Or just like since
Uh,
you started working? I shouldn't have said it that way.
um, yeah, I've never made a work friend before. I've just hated all of my coworkers.
since you started
No,
at the
like,
preschool.
well, since I've started teaching at all, like,
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't made any like long term. Like, I've been cool with people that I've worked with, but this is the first time that like I chatted with and like got to know someone and got to the point where I was like, yeah, I would like to keep talking to this person, and like, there's no guarantee that I'm going to come back to this place, so
Mhm.
let me like try and connect with them. So yeah, so far, um, and I believe this is like my first new friend in the Bay Area since I moved back. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Getting out there making friends.
Yeah.
um, yeah. I need to do that more. Oh well.
I'm sure you will do that plenty
I will do
when you
that
head out
plenty
for
when
school.
I go to Minnesota, where there are considerably less skyscrapers. I'm going
Very
to.
true.
Yeah, chat can relate too. I'm
Yeah.
going
CJ
to.
says that they need to get some IRL friends too, and I agree. I highly recommend IRL friends because online friends are great. Um, but sometimes it's nice to be able to like be in physical space with people and like connect that way. But I also know it's really hard, especially like depending on your location. Like I'm really lucky because I'm in a metropolitan area, and like Cass is also in a metropolitan area, so
Mhm.
like that's easy. But some of our friends are not in. They're in more rural areas, uh, which
Mhm. I walk
kind of
out
hard.
and there's like hundreds of people if I walk a couple blocks down. And then if I go to the
Yeah,
city, oh boy. Um,
yeah,
or that's funny. I don't
um,
even consider this area the city. Um,
yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess you could always like try and make friends with like a cow or a chicken or something. But
sorry, I just like I tried to
sorry.
think of something witty to say at that, but just you caught me completely off guard.
Got him.
All right. So with that, I did want to make that plug. So allow me to make that plug. How do I show my screen?
You go back to the sources,
Yep.
and you right click and add. Be careful depending on what you want. You can either do add like window capture or display capture. Display will show your whole screen, and window will sometimes show the window that you actually wanted to share.
So I want to do. Wait, I'm trying to show a computer page. Or just like I'm trying to show like an internet page on Google Drive. So
Um, I would say maybe window capture there at the bottom.
window
Hope that it works.
capture. And then how do I select the window I want?
Um, hit OK,
Okay. Oh,
and then yeah,
that works.
Chrome. There it is. Uh,
Cool. Ooh, let's put that a little lower. um, can you see what I'm
well,
doing?
yeah. So see, it's not actually showing, which is kind of frustrating. Yeah, try the other Chrome window. Maybe that'll help.
Should I just hit Chrome? Or wait, yeah. Chrome
Yeah, so
X-ray
try the speed test one.
speed test. Is that showing anything?
Nope.
Oh, this sucks. Maybe it's because it
Yeah,
just went with
OBS
you.
is well, no, OBS is just really stupid. Like this happens with me too.
Oh,
So, what you're gonna do is cancel.
cancel. Oh, delay.
Delete that window capture.
Yeah.
Go to the tab that you actually want to show on Chrome.
Yeah. This one.
Cool. And now, you might want to close that second tab. It doesn't look very professional.
What's the second tab?
The second tab on Chrome.
Oh. It's okay. They know that I don't know how to do this.
And you might want to like minimize Discord just in case, so it doesn't show, all your stuff.
I don't have anything to hide.
That's fair.
Tris, do you have anything on your computer that you need to hide?
I mean, not on my computer, but like
Do you use anything on the internet that like could possibly not be shown?
Listen, Cass, this isn't about me. Yeah. So you might want to full screen your Chrome window.
And then just OBS hack it.
Yeah, go back to OBS
full
and then
window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Display capture.
Display capture.
Display capture. Hit OK. No, you don't have an existing one, so you have to go to create new. Create new.
Okay. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, so now the world can see your screen.
Yay. Oh no, hide this.
Yeah, so you might want to resize it and also put it below the
So first I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh wait, I should do that first. I'm gonna drag it this way.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Whoa!
What is anything?
That's trippy.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, no, you can open the console back. No, you want it above because you want it on the inside, right? Of the. Yeah. So now you just gotta resize. So go to the display capture. Click on the display capture.
Oh.
No. You're gonna resize the console.
I know. I'm trying not to now. Display capture.
Yeah.
Shrink. Go away.
There you go. All right, Cass, we're in this together.
Aren't you happy that like today I resized it so that it's actually like good dimensions? Doesn't it look so good now?
Thanks for bearing with us, everybody.
How does it look on the YouTube? Oh no, wrong one.
Hi, MCL.
Alright, it looks good. Alright, so.
Yeah, it does. It actually does look pretty good.
So from here on, please, can you manage the chat?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, thank you. So, I wanted to talk about the Chiptune Charity Drive, which is run by the Chiptune Cafe currently, as a ton of different groups are contributing. I don't know the entire list, and I made an announcement on the server. See, 3x Blasphemy. Alright, so people are hearing about this. I just wanted to plug that in because it's Pride Month and there's not a ton more time to donate. I'm personally trying to put myself in a situation where I can donate like an amount that I feel really happy with. So yeah, 804. And I'm not in charge of it, but I do believe that our album may be a physical copy. Maybe not. I know that they're making physical copy rewards, but anyways, their album is going to be a reward. A bunch of other albums are going to be a reward because a lot of different groups are participating. So please consider donating if you can. And that was a plug. Clap, clap, clap. Wrong button.
Clap, 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 clap.
Okay.
You know, MCL, I feel you on that. Honestly, I think sharing it is a really good way to like contribute to the cause if you don't have money. Like, yeah, I definitely don't think like anybody who's struggling financially should donate. Because you know you got to take care of yourself first of all. But yeah, make sure you share the link. Actually, Cass, can you send me the link so that I can put it in the chat?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's make sure we put it in the description too. Just go to OBS. This thing, yeah.
Wait, no, you did it backwards.
I didn't even. You know what? Doesn't matter, because I can just get rid of it. There.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't need that to send you a link. I have my own power. Alright, there's the link. Have fun.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna stop. No, it's fine. I'll keep sharing my screen with you. Now, with that, we have a few other things mentioned in the thing. Do you think we're good on... I mean, we're never gonna stop talking about gay stuff, but I think we're good on formally talking about Pride Month.
You're extremely right that we're never gonna stop talking about gay stuff. Yeah, I feel like we've pretty thoroughly covered it.
Alright, cool. So,
Yeah.
what do we want to do first? I was thinking I could just do a quick share of my presentation if I can bring that up now. Interesting thing is it has a few interactive parts which are meant for an audience, so we don't have the full experience, but I'll just say what I said. Let me find the project in Google Slides. Yeah. And I'll give all the context when that time comes. Wait, it was not in a bit of chiptune email. Why did I do that? I did not present this to a bunch of chiptuners. I presented this to a bunch of people who didn't know anything about music.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so that
interesting.
that's another thing. This is completely made up of things that are meant for a non-musical audience. So yeah.
How come your middle name is in parentheses?
Oh, I did that out of spite.
Nice.
I'll give the context. I'm gonna give the context now. But first I'll share my screen. All right, it's seeable?
Well, let me see. I mean, not. There we go. Yeah.
Everything looks good on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Well, I mean, currently it's showing OBS, but yeah, when you switch over, it should be fine.
Better?
Let me see. Yes.
Great. So yeah, so during this event, I'm just going to explain the name thing. I didn't explain this to the people there because that would be incredibly rude on site, but essentially there was a pamphlet that was given out right before we all presented, and it said my dead name, my real name in parentheses, and then my last name.
Oh no.
I specifically told them not to do that, but they did anyways. So, oh well. Other thing...
That's so... Oh, I'm sorry. That's really annoying.
They also misspelled Cass on a different part. On the table of contents, it was spelled Case. C-A-S-E. So, you got my name wrong twice, in two different ways, in two different parts. And finally, this is the kicker, because I don't know why it was all on me, but also, I was working at a place called Sonic Union, but on the pamphlet, it said that I worked at a place called Sonic Unicorn.
That's pretty awesome. That's better than what I thought it was gonna say.
Yeah.
Um,
I
I
mean,
thought it
like,
was
I
gonna
would have
say
loved
Sonic
to, like,
Onion.
work at Onion. Yeah. I would have loved to work at a place called Sonic Unicorn, but Sonic Union is
Yeah,
equally awesome.
yeah,
Um,
I agree. It does sound really cool.
so,
I need to interject just momentarily.
mhm.
I just realized that in your name you have the word ass, which is amazing.
It's great until it's great until people want to tell really bad jokes. And then I'm just like, wow, so original. Even though like nobody has made that joke,
Yeah,
fortunately, yeah. Um,
I
I guess
mean,
it's awesome. I don't
yeah, dude, who doesn't like booty? Like,
know. I've got so much ass. It came out on my name. Um, all right, so with that butt joke out of the way,
sorry to make you the butt of my joke.
I'm just gonna present this, and I'm also sorry if this doesn't have too much deep uh, technology or like music theory stuff because this was presented to people who don't know music, which is cool, or how to make music. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
music, math, and memes, linguistics of audio frequency. So the first thing I did with the group was I asked them to like repeat that thing that teachers do, which is the after me. Um, and what they did, which I hope they did, was they did it perfectly like in sync. Like they started at the same time after me, and then they like
Mhm.
played it at the same speed. So I said what just happened, and I sort of said that during my project I was trying to answer what just happened. And for context, I just spent like 11 weeks working on this project, doing
Oh wow.
internship and stuff. I'll elaborate on that in a bit. So, I also said that the next question to expand on is how can we use math and science to understand the ways we enjoy music and sound, using math and memes. And then I gave finally a much more like pretentious question: how can we decipher the universal language of music using the universal language of math? Um,
Ooh,
and then because
those are some lofty goals.
yeah, and there's another student who did a presentation just before me about like wine, and he was talking about how like more organic stuff really betters the vibe, which is immeasurable. So I also said that that student said it best. How do we measure the vibe? And then I talked about my background, which some of you know. I don't have this link up here, but in case you didn't know, I did real Family Tracker Hours, and that was a fun collab where we made Pokemon songs. I also
That
said
was a fun
that,
collab.
yeah, as a student, I didn't really take any music classes. I did standard STEM stuff, which I'm really happy about those things, just because like
Hmm.
I'm really into the sciences and the Englishes. And now, and then I shared what I've been doing for the past 10 weeks. So I was interning at a post audio company, which had two locations. The first one was in Union Square, and then also Bryant Park. So lots of train. I was on the train a lot. And I also worked at a composer's studio in Brooklyn, and that was a lot of fun. And there I got to see a lot of people working with audio. Um, at the Post Audio Company, I got to sit in while someone was editing a commercial, which was really cool. You know what happened? And you're allowed to talk during this, Tris. This isn't like a. You
Okay.
there? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we were working on a commercial, and we were recording like a voice, and then later I heard that voice in a commercial later. Specifically, we were like recording like
Oh
a
wow.
Verizon commercial. Yeah, and then a Verizon commercial came on, and I was like, "Hey, I was like there when they were editing a very similar spot." Um, if you don't know, a spot is what it's called when they're recording footage for a commercial. So I learned what a spot is too. In the
Nice.
composer studio, same kind of deal. There was a lot of advertising stuff. Turns out a lot of money flows around with music and sound and advertising because companies got that money and they're gonna spend that money on the ads. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I also talked about some personal stuff I was doing. I was playing with my rock band, which I do. I did that the other day. That was fun. If you don't know, I'm in a rock band. I play bass. I did a brief nod to a bit of chiptune. Nobody seemed to care, which is cool. Everybody asked about my rock band, and they're like, "Are you performing soon?" And I was like, "No." Ask about this other thing I pour so much more time into. And I said that I was making other music because, is MCL still in the chat? MCL, I was working on your song during this for A Bit of Awesome. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I did actually want to pause because we have two very exciting things. First of all, MCL has shared our stream, which is super appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
And ZJ just beat Minesweeper for the first time. So congrats to ZJ.
Yay.
Yeah. MCL, I think, was confused, but I think Cass was saying that they were working on the song for your collab.
Yeah.
So,
while I was doing all this other stuff, I was also working on the song for your collab. So yeah. And this is also the reason why we didn't have a collab the last 3 months, because I was doing so many things and I just didn't want to deal with the new collab.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then I talked a little bit about frequency, and I kind of said that there's a lot to it, but the really simple way to say it is frequency is the rate at which something happens repeatedly. And then it's often measured in hertz, but it can be measured in all sorts of different things. So it's like how many things happened over a set period of time. High frequency means it happens a lot in a second. Low frequency means it doesn't happen a lot in a second. And I just use second as a basis. So yeah. And then gave some examples for sound, and I talked about how the constant frequency appears appealing to the ears. So I used the example, which probably isn't very applicable to this audience, but I used the example of New York sounds, which sound like this. That's at max volume. All right. And I said that, like, if you take the subway every day, then it gets a lot more chill, even though when you first start to use the subway, it's incredibly frightening. Lots of loud noises, and you can't really explain what's going on in any of them. Like, they're just kind of random, like, metal sounds all over the place, so uncomfortable at first, but you get used to it if you keep using it. Then I gave the much faster example of twice a second, aka 120 BPM, aka 2 hertz, which I just use like a drum beat. Y'all are familiar with this, you're musicians. And I said that one of the reasons why it's so appealing is because the drummer is playing at a constant tempo and isn't like doing random stuff, which I think gets more important when you add other things into the mix, as you probably know. But yeah. And then the final example I used for 40 hertz, aka the letter A, and I hope that they're tuning at the tune of A. I didn't really check, but it's a...
It honestly depends on which orchestra that is, because some orchestras use different, like, they don't use 440 for A. It's like a big point of contention for some people.
That is true. I personally don't care, but...
Yeah, me either. As long as you're in tune with, like, your ensemble, I think it's fine.
Right, and that's the point I was trying to make. Like, as long as they're in tune and they're all tuned to 440, then they sound good. You got the nice little sound.
Sorry, what sound was that?
Hopefully I have a better video of this coming out soon. Someone took a video of it, but they took it on their phone, so I don't know what the quality is gonna be like. Oh well. So with that said, talked about out of tune stuff. You probably know this game, but the audience sure didn't. I use the clicker sound as an example of something that's unfamiliar and that's very uncomfortable. So something that you hadn't heard before, and like once you hear it, you're like, oh heck, the heck is that? Then I use the whole Whiplash thing, which you probably know. I didn't play the whole thing
Not quite
because
my tempo.
there are children present.
You didn't want to catch the like
I didn't want
throwing
to
the
catch
thing at
the
him.
throwing the but basically, so he says it's not quite my tempo. So he's angry at the guy for like not being in tempo, not playing at the same tempo or the hertz, I guess, that everyone else in the band is playing. And then finally, and they love this. Final countdown.
I love this.
All of the no, you're not going to love this. All the instruments are out of tune.
Oh no! Please no. I mean, I can't hear it, so that's a plus. But
that's fair. So yeah, that was basically. And then I said, they're out of tune, and thus they don't sound very good. This presentation is being annoying with the buttons. Oh well. So, as a result, we've got like happy sounds, then we've got not so great sounds. Good sounds come out of constant tempo, constant frequency, and then not so great comes out of like random frequency. And then said, if you want to find things in the middle, the secret is then to think about the relationship then between the frequencies. And I basically did the whole project. I was like looking into the ways that mathematically you've got relationships between tones and stuff. And then before I gave like examples, I pretty much did another interactive thing where I was talking about how you're unable to predict a beat if the beat is spaced out by over 2 seconds or 0.5 hertz. So I would like do a thing. This won't work because I don't have a real person with me right now, so it's going to be off no matter what. But I would have them try to clap along with me and like clap at the same time as me with over 2 seconds in between each clap. And it was just a mess. Nobody knew when to clap because there was a space in between it. Also, subjective rhythmization, as far as I can tell, is not the same as looping prediction, even though I think that was like heavily implied in an Adam Newley video. I'm pretty sure subjective rhythmization is what happens when one beat you perceive is like louder than another beat, despite them being at the same thing, because of it's just something that people do on a constant beat. But it's also lost when it's spaced out because they're so far away you can't really compare them. I also realized, and I don't know if this has any significance, but they say that language influences music and vice versa. And I did notice that I'm pretty sure sonnets are written in like iambic rhythm, which is like when you emphasize every other like word or syllable. So that sort of feels like subjective rhythmization, but kind of Oh, great! I said iambic pentameter when I was doing the presentation, and I wasn't sure if I was right, but now I know I'm right.
Yep, you are.
And then I just talked about like with the between relationships. I was thinking, okay, so although like really spaced out things, you don't really get messages out of them, but by the relationship mathematically, but like when you pair something with something else, nonetheless, like if you hear something once and it's paired with another experience, you associate that experience with that. So, for example, like you hear the Star Wars theme, you think of Star Wars, whether or not there's anything Star Wars related present. And that's just because, like, whenever you hear the song, you see Star Wars content, and thus you begin to relate it to the thing. And then I gave the example of polyrhythms for beats and
Ooh.
subdivisions. So I just talked about how you can have within like one time space, you can have like 2 against 3 beats spaced out, 2 against, you know, 4, which would be a subdivision then, but um, even the example that I gave had a lot of subdivisions because that's just what drummers do if they don't want something super boring. Um, and yeah, and I had this example, which was a polyrhythm. And they're doing a performance, and they're doing some polyrhythm clapping and
I wish I
that
could
stuff.
hear it.
And that was my example. So for chords, I actually just like got through this really quickly. How about I just real quick go somewhere? So I mean, for this, I played some music, and I pretty much just like gave the numbers for like different chords, which was like major versus minor versus diminished, and like basically noted that in minor you've got the flat third, which is off tune, I guess you would say, and then in diminished you've got the flat third and the flat fifth. So all three of them are kind of like not related to each other mathematically. So like from major to minor to diminished, it sounds less and less great because the notes have less and less coordination with one another. So that was what I wanted to share without chords. I also did a lot of math, and I do have a quick little. What was it? Oh well, there. I have a lot of spreadsheets. A lot of math that just have to do with the notes. um, but yeah, and then I also made the note that like like even just adding the seventh, gives some more color, and this like putting more and more notes or like getting different relationships comes up with all sorts of different mathematical relations, and thus lots of interesting, colorful frequency messages and things to think about. And yeah, and then I said, "What's next?" And I just said, I'm gonna keep working on music. I'm going to Carleton, all that jazz. And I said, "Thank you." And look, we've got 5 people watching now. Yay!
Hey.
So yeah, what do you think about that? Did you have any comments or questions or whatever?
It seemed pretty cool. Um, I'm sure it was like a different experience to have like volunteers that didn't know what you were talking about already.
Uh, yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't really present much in general, so it was really just a matter of like making sure I could explain the terms and then having the example. Because if they didn't understand what I was saying, at least I could play video, and then they'd hear what I was saying. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I mean, like, there are people in the audience who didn't really, like, know that much about music who, like, tell me later, like, wow, that presentation, like, made me think about things. And I'm, like, still thinking about things. So, great job. And I was actually, like, really floored by all the, like, praise that I got. So, that was fun. I really enjoyed that project. Didn't really get to do the math stuff, like music, math, and memes, or, like, all the research at the internship. Um, I mostly
Uh-huh.
just like worked at the internship, which was a lot of fun, and I did get to see a lot of cool things and meet some cool people. Just not a lot of music, math, and memes. Just a lot of music. Um, yeah. So that's what we've got. I think we're ready to move on to a different topic. Um,
Cool.
unless okay, what are you feeling? Do you have anything in mind, or are you thinking muscle wizards or something else?
Uh,
Or chat can also chime in, I guess. If they want.
um. Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking I'm tired.
You're a little sleepy.
I'm very slept.
You're
Um,
very slept. Do you
but
feel like?
also,
Oh,
well, I was gonna say, um, forgot what I was gonna say because I got a message on Discord. Yeah, I don't
relatable.
really have much to add. So if you want to go into Muscle Wizards, go for it.
Okay. I mean, I didn't really fully realize what we wanted to talk about. I mean, I still need to work on the story. I don't know if I want to do that live, but or not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, would that be something you'd be interested in, like finishing off with, just kind of like writing the second half of that story, or do you just want to like do that privately, or I can do that privately, and then close off the stream around now?
You mean like talk about my role in Muscle Wizards?
Well, what I mean is that, so in the Muscle Wizards manual, I wrote a story, and that story is now outdated. Um, so I need to
Oh.
finish rewriting it, and I was wondering if you wanted to do that live, or if you wanted to talk about something else, or like close up the stream, because I can tell you're the sleepy, and I don't want to keep you up too late.
Um, I think it might be better to work on it like off stream.
Yeah, fair.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Does that mean we're closing off the stream now then?
I suppose we are. Do you want to? Do you want to play a little music before we turn it off for good, or no?
Well, I can't hear the music, so.
Oh yeah. All right, time to plug our stuff, I suppose. I got a message. I hope it's cool. Oh, MCL wanted to join in. Can I
Oh,
invite? Can I
oops.
invite? Can I make a little group chat, or do you not wanna? Sorry, I shouldn't
I
have said
mean,
that on stream. Are you ready
I
to
mean,
get
I don't
into?
mind.
Okay.
I might dip. I mean, if you want to continue the stream with MCL, if they're still down.
Okay, I think I'm
Um,
going to just try and see if I can create a chat with you in MCL. And then you can dip whenever you're ready. I'd like to at
yeah,
least wait until MCL's in the chat though, so that I'm not
yeah, I
just
would.
like alone trying to work with my computer.
Yeah, for sure. I would also like to like officially meet them.
Oh yeah, let's make sure we do that. um, how do I Discord? Uh,
I
find
don't
started
know.
conversation. All right, MCL. Oh no! How do you make a group chat? Do you want to do it?
I think you make like um you do like a new chat or something. Yeah, find or start a conversation in the top left. And then just at me and MCL.
Yeah, that's not working. It only makes let me do one view at a time. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I
Well,
can
there's a way to
do
do it.
Wolfram
I would
GM.
do
There we go.
it. I
I've
just
got
don't have.
Tris and MCL. Are we friends? We're friends. Group time. All right, so I'm gonna leave for a sec, and then we'll see if we can do this.
All right.
Oh, MCL just messaged me about any troubles.
Uh-oh.
I think MCL might want to. If MCL can get on the chip chat, then we have more to talk about because MCL is writing a new collab album that we can talk about.
Oh, cool.
How about I just like make the call and chipple chip chip? All right, it sounds like we're good. I'm gonna make the call. If MCL comes in, that's good. If they don't, then that's cool too. I'll hang up for a
Okay.
sec, and I'll call right back. You can only hear me now. I have control over the stream. Alright, Colin.
Hello.
Hello. MCL's ringing. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ling, ling. MC. Ling, ling, ling. Okay, I'm done. And just hope that the audio quality is okay. Well.
Happening? Oh,
I
chipple
don't know
chip
what's
chip chip.
happening. Chipple chip chip
Ring
chip.
ring. I mean that was like a minute ago.
I was ringing for a reason. Oh, there we go.
Hey!
Hello.
Ah!
Hello.
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 How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's 11:16 p.m. and yeah,
Indeed.
Oh, time is weird. Y'all are both East Coast.
Yep. What time is it for you now? Is it like 8 something? No, it's
Yeah,
9.
it's 8:16.
It's 8 something. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're sleepy. No, I'm kidding.
I am sleepy. I got up at 6 this morning.
Oh.
Oof.
And I had to run around with toddlers all day.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
I think I'm justifiably tired.
Right.
Anyway, hi MCL. Nice to meet
Hi.
you.
You could just call me Luigi.
All right. Hi, Luigi. Yeah, I was
Hi.
gonna ask. I guess the name you want us to call you is Luigi. Do you have like a preferred pronouns? Do you care? Should I just call you Luigi always and forever?
Call me Luigi always. It's how I've been called for like 6 years.
Nice.
All right. Well, hi Luigi. Nice to meet you.
Hi. I think this is like the first time being on a stream, so hi.
Nice.
Howdy. Welcome.
So yeah, we do this on Thursdays as of recent. It's our new summer thing. Happy to have you.
Hi. So I heard you guys wanted me to talk about a bit of awesome.
Sure. Yeah, I was thinking that you could like do your little plug. You can also like talk about the last album as well if you would like.
Well, the last album needs love.
Huh?
Last album needs love. Let me just check.
Oh.
The poor album. I don't
Oh,
think
no.
it has much stuff like people viewing it.
Oh, it doesn't have a lot of views. Is what
No.
you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll.
That's what I meant by like not enough love.
A lot of cool people on there, who also happen to be in a bit of chiptune, but not very well known in like the chiptune scene. Yeah, I found that really cool, actually, because like a bit of chiptune, a lot of our members are not from the like standard chiptune scene. They're kind of in the
background.
Yeah, they're kind of like people who are really into chiptune, but like maybe aren't super associated with like Chipwin or whatever.
Like me.
Yeah.
Usually I don't do much chiptune, but I do love the genre.
Huh.
So that's why I decided to attempt to make a collab, and I guess it worked out.
Tris, are you incredibly confused by the name, or no? As in a bit of
Yes.
awesome?
Well, I mean, no, yes,
Okay.
maybe so. I don't know. I mean, it
I
sounds
always,
pretty.
I always tease Luigi that a bit of awesome is almost identical to a bit of chiptune, especially since it's like a chiptune
Hey,
community.
I came up with the name before I even heard about your server.
Exactly.
So.
That's why.
Hey, I mean, grapevines think alike, right?
Yeah. Also, I love it how both of your profile pictures are like 10 times more colorful than mine.
You've got
Like
your color.
my profile picture is literally just 3 colors.
Our profile
mean,
pictures are pretty
yeah.
much identical too, so
Yeah.
I mean, like any differences between ours and yours are gonna be the same.
Yeah. I am cute anime girl with
I am also cute
animal
anime
ears.
girl, and you are
I'm Pixel
MCL.
logo.
So does the L stand for Luigi?
Basically, originally before I just moved on to MCL, it was originally Mega Crazy Luigi.
Mega Crazy Luigi.
Oh.
That was my original YouTube channel for, music.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to avoid Nintendo's dagger-like eyes. I decided to call it MCL.
Got it. So you didn't want to like have a Bowser moment where you're like on a stage and then someone's like, "No, not that Luigi."
Yeah.
Huh. So cool.
Is that why it's green as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
And also because I just like green.
Fair enough. I feel like those things are
Good
often
color.
correlated, liking
Mm.
Luigi and liking green.
Yeah.
No.
Oof.
I can never forget what you said about green. Are you willing to share that?
I mean, you can tell the story if you'd like.
Boy.
No, we were just talking about like the colors for a bit of chiptune, like in this new upcoming kind of like year, and then just we were I don't know, like we mentioned green came up, or no, we were talking about your aesthetic, weren't we? So we were talking about Trish's
Oh
aesthetic,
yeah.
and then I think I brought up green for some reason because Trish is very much a witch character.
Wow.
A wonderful witch character, with all the magic and great. So I brought up green, and Trish was like talking all about how whenever she sees green, she thinks of weed. And, yeah, and I find that funny because Triss made our original logo, and our original logo is also green. So I don't know what you were doing when you made that, but
the funny thing is, like, I don't even smoke, so like.
So basically, your channel was originally just the weed channel.
a bit of weed.
Yep.
A bit of weed.
Just a little bit. Like,
just a dab.
yeah. Neither of us smoke.
A person who
actually.
smokes weed who also makes music. Imagine that.
Oh man.
Speaking of correlations.
Oh, boy.
If you make music and you also make weed, you also
Make weed?
do
That's some good business. That's
How do you-
really good business.
How does one make weed, Cass?
That's
I
true.
need to be
You
enlightened.
grow it.
I don't know, Triss, you're the witch. You do the magic.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of completely unrelated, you know what?
Speaking
This is
of
gonna
completely unrelated.
this is gonna
Sorry.
sound really. Yeah, you're right. Well, you'll understand why, because this is gonna sound super sketchy. But I was just gonna tell you all about my plant that is growing, but it is. It is not a weed plant.
Not a
Are you
dandelion
sure?
or anything like that.
I mean, yes, I am very sure because
You sure?
I mean, I don't spend a lot of time around weed plants, but I'm pretty sure they don't have a bunch of pink flowers on them. So yeah.
You don't know that.
You know, to be fair, there may be some weed plants that have pink flowers, but I mean, this one doesn't smell very dank, so I think
Dank weed.
I think I'm very familiar with the scent of weed, considering where I live.
Oh yeah.
Same.
Same.
Well, yeah.
I earlier today, like I smelled weed. And I was like, ew. I think my mom. We were walking on the beach. My mom pointed out. Was like, I think that guy's rolling up something.
Mhm.
Yeah. So my plant is growing. Is what I was going to say, and it is not weed, and it is a really pretty cute plant, and it is very much my aesthetic. So I'm honing my botanical witch skills, and
Right.
it's good, and I'm happy. So
Yay.
anyway, you see why speaking of, but totally unrelated, makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was before I decided to join in on this talk, I was in the middle of remixing something, so yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't worry about it.
No, CJ, I'm not
haven't just,
growing
sprung
weed.
out. Tris, you'll be forever tainted by this chat.
You know,
Everyone
I
will
mean,
always ask
not that I'm
about
opposed to growing
you
weed.
and your
You know,
weed.
like
The curse of
do
weed.
you. You know, I am for like decriminalization and people. You know, if you want to smoke, go for it. I don't, and I don't grow weed. But you know, I mean, be gay, do crimes. Like,
Yeah. BK do crimes. Who's that Fox guy? Greg. Greg. Be like Greg.
If we're talking about wet weed so much that we should change the name, the day of the stream to Wednesday, so we can call it Weeds Day.
Okay.
God.
Oh, we should have started on 420.
Oh goodness.
Ouch.
Yeah. So thanks for stopping by. We haven't had a guest on this version of the Chip Chat before it was a podcast. So congrats, you're the first guest.
Yeah.
Completely on the nose. We did not plan this.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't.
I did not plan this at all either.
I was scheming to get on the A Bit of Chiptune right when they were at their weakest. right when they were at their most awkward. I chimed in.
plan to take over their podcast.
All according to Keikaku. Wait, do you guys know about that meme?
I don't know about that meme. I was gonna ask.
Oh, okay.
What is this
So, like,
meme?
I think it was like a Death Note fan sub or something, but like on the screen it was like all according to Keikaku, and then it was like with a star, and it was like translator's note. Keikaku means plan. Yeah, ZJ knows what I'm talking about.
Ooh, I remember when I saw Death Note. That was a time.
It was a time. I agree.
I'll take a potato chip. All right, no more Death Note references. I banned them from here henceforth.
Henceforth,
Yeah.
no more.
You both get one Death Note reference after this point.
Oh, so we
Choose
better
wisely.
make it good then, huh?
Yeah.
The SpongeBob Death Note parody is really good.
SpongeBob Death Note parody? What's that?
I mean, do you want to watch it on stream? Because it's
Yeah, we
very
can watch
funny.
it on stream.
All right.
All right.
I can find
so-
it if you want.
Yeah, while you find it, I'm going to try and get the display to work. Okay.
By the way, ZJ is the one who brought this up. So thank them for this.
Yeah. And in the meantime, I'm going...
God, that's really loud.
Oh.
Did it to myself. It's fine.
I'm gonna play a little bit of Future City because song. Ah, yes.
Did you find it?
Oh, no, I didn't find it. Send it over when you're ready. I'm just playing a song for the stream. Yay.
Oh, okay.
The thumbnail is literally just no one will be able to commit crimes anymore. And the face SpongeBob has just, oh man, I'm gonna do something bad.
So I'm just gonna let it drop and then I'm gonna watch the thing. Because
All right.
let the song drop. I have to give the song enough time to drop at least before we come off.
I can't even hear it, so.
But yeah, you're gonna have to like watch it on your own.
Alright.
Oh wait, you can't hear it because of the Discord
So
chat thing.
I just did it. Yeah. Alright, so I just finished with that. Listen to our album. And or consider donating to the group. And I believe our album is reward in that. At least I told them that it could be a reward. I don't know what they're gonna do.
There's
with
a
it.
chance.
Yes. Alright.
There is hope.
There is hope in the world.
There is hope
Have
in
you
this
seen- have you seen those-
podcast.
There, yeah. Hopefully, hopefully
Hope.
there is hope. Oh yeah, I was watching. All right, first I'll watch Death Note, then we'll talk about anime.
Okay.
Is it showing up?
I'm just sorry, but I'm just gonna say this now. I have nothing. I have no idea
Oh, okay,
about
that's
anything anime. So sorry.
cool. Oh wait, did you want to sync up the? Let's sync up the video watching. Tris, let me know when you're. Actually, both of you, let me know when you're ready to play.
Okay, I'm ready.
Just yeah. So MCO, when you have it up, we're gonna count down.
Wait. What?
Well, when you have the video up, then
Oh,
we're gonna do a countdown. Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch the stream.
Okay.
I don't.
gonna be off.
My
Alright.
internet. I could just mute my computer.
That's cool. I mean, it's gonna be off, so our voices are gonna come way off. Yeah. So, Tris?
Wait,
let's just
wait,
count down.
one sec. Echo.
It's pretty long, Echo.
There we go. There I am.
All right, Tris, ready?
Mhm.
All right. Oh no, I clicked something and I'm somewhere weird. All right.
Oh no.
3, 2, 1. Oh wait, no. Computer. Computer. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
殺してしまった二人もこの僕が命だ軽いはずがない僕に勝手に人を裁く権利があるのかいや違ういつも思ってたことじゃないか世の中腐っている
Oh, this is so weird.
腐ってる奴は死んだ方がいい
An amalgamation of two shows that I saw a long time ago and only kind of like
自らの精神や命を犠牲にして
I remember them, but like I don't remember them to a T.
いけないんだ
This is just strange.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
この世に不必要な人間を消すことのできる奴がいるかいるわけがない
I don't even know what's going on.
僕にならできる
This
Oh
is
wait,
like
I
when,
remember
like,
the SpongeBob scene.
やろ
I know what's
う
happening.
別の音で世の中を変えてやる
Oh my gosh. Oh man, that entire intro was just filler. It was all for this.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love it. No. Oh man. Oh no, it's Squidward.
Squidward's died twice already.
まずは地球の掃
Oh
除
my
と
god.
凶悪犯の名前を書きつけたやがて
He's
誰も悪いことができな
smiling.
くなるようにそして罪を受けて当然な悪人が心臓麻痺で死んでいく裏で道徳のない人間人に迷惑をかける人間を病死や事故死で少しずつ消していくそうすれば確実に
They actually did a really good job, like syncing the lips too.
Yeah, they really did.
僕が認めた
He's
真
holding
面
the
目で心の
pencil.
優しい人間だけの世界を作り上げていく
そんなことしたら性格悪いのお前だけに
That's what is Ryuk.
I love it.
僕は日本
I'm
一と言
so
ってもいい
sorry,
くらいの
Unsil. You don't know
真
any
面
of
目な
this.
優等生だよ。
We're gonna have to explain Death Note.
新世界の神となれ。やっぱり
Humans
人間
are
って
really interesting.
面白
Alright. So, I said make your allotted reference count, and you really did. My
Yeah.
gosh, Tris.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that was all ZJ's doing. They were the one that
Okay.
reminded me of that.
Thank you.
Uh,
so,
Yeah.
so MCL, do you not know what Death Note is?
I'm sorry to chat, but I don't. No offense to you guys. I don't watch anime.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, so just Death Note is a show where, like let me see. So, like, imagine you had a notebook, and if you wrote someone's name in it, then they would, like, die in 20 minutes or so.
Reminds
But
me
you
of
could-
Scribblenauts.
Yeah. Scribble knots, but of death.
Just much more violent.
Yeah, I don't know all of the, like, rules. It's kind of, like, fancy. Like, you know how, like, a genie, you have rules behind the wishes you can make. But, yeah, you just, like, write how they die, and then they die that way. And, you know, a lot of narrative beats happen because of that book that one person has. Yeah. And I started
Wow.
watching Ava. Tris, you're gonna do that this weekend?
Yeah, I might watch an episode or two tonight, depending on how long or like how much energy I have after the stream.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I've been watching it. I don't know if I'm like at episode 10 yet, but like I'm around there, and I really like
Oh
it.
wow!
It's Netflix.
That's good.
You know how Netflix is.
Yeah, fair enough. I
Yeah.
mean, I got
I-
through like the entirety of Death Note in like a week,
Oof.
so
Wow. I guess that's impressive.
I honestly haven't
I guess
touched
that's
my
the word I
TV.
can.
I honestly have not touched my TV for like a year.
You know, that's really valid. I don't really watch that much TV, like
Uh,
comparatively. So yeah, I get that. Evangelion is an exception to that rule because I hear all about it, and then it's suddenly like really easy to access. So there you go. I also took a class called. This is a weird name for a class. It was a course called Gunpowder and Pandemonium. It was all about war and like
well, that makes
it's fun.
sense.
Yeah, and then whenever I watch Ava, I'm like, huh, I'm getting vibes from that class.
Ooh.
So thank you, teacher, for teaching me about
Death.
sad stuff and war. Yep, the theme of this half of the chip chat is death. Hope you're all cool with that.
Let's move on to something else.
Life.
Life and death.
Ooh.
Whoa.
And
I
in
like doing
November
voice
then-
acting.
Oh right, we're gonna do the Steven Universe thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we should definitely do that.
we should do that. We've been putting that off. I mean, we both made like a song or two for it, I think.
Yeah.
I don't watch any TV, so that's probably this is probably a thing that you know that I haven't watched that show, sadly.
Yeah, same situation. That's cool. Yeah. So with that, whew. So I think we've been streaming for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Are we at a point where we want to close up? Do you
I
have
think
more
we
to say?
forgot we forgot to talk about my collab.
All right, let's hear a little more about that.
So it's the sequel to it is 16 members working on each singular song,
Mhm.
and if you get the joke there, I hope you do. 16 members in a
Right.
chiptune album.
That would be. How many bits is that?
16-bit.
Well, that wouldn't be 16 bits, but
16 members, 16-bit.
I guess that works. I was trying to figure out like how many options you would get from like X amount of bits. So
like
I think that
so
would be
many.
like 3. Yeah. So like, how many before you get 16? I think it's like just like 3 or 4.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, yeah,
it's a bit of awesome, the Bitquel.
because you already released one.
Yeah.
Did you link that in the chat? I don't mind doing that for you.
All right. The first one.
Yeah, just so people can get an earful of some of the stuff you organized.
All
I mean,
right.
if you want, you said it didn't have a lot of love, so
Yes. It
you
needs
can
more love.
absolutely do that. How's our stream doing? Stream's doing all right. Yep, 4 bits. Thank you, ZJ. I
I
am
thought it was
also
what is
tired, it
bits?
seems.
I'm trying to figure out what bits are in live streams.
In live
In
streams?
live streams? I'm not really sure. You mean like bit rate in live streams, or?
I don't know because I hear all these live streamers being like, "Thanks for the 32 bits."
Oh, bits. It's like a way of paying people. Like it's like a tip on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it. I wasn't sure what you were talking about because I was talking about like how the NES is 8-bit, the SNES is 16-bit, the N64 is 64-bit. That was really
I
funny
have
how yesterday I was like, wait, does N64 stand for Nintendo 64-bit? And you're like, yeah. I should have known that.
I have two N64, so does that count as 228 bit?
I guess so.
128. If you wanted to, if you could somehow combine them.
I would love to, but yeah.
Yeah.
Man. And I really hope my non-remix channel doesn't become obsolete, because my remix channel literally has like 109 followers, and my normal channel literally has like 10.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So I remember earlier we were gonna make the bit call. I contributed to the original, by the way. I had a fun song called Peanut Butter, which wasn't
Peanut butter.
really that fun. It was kind of, it had some weird sounds in it.
Mm.
But the difference between the two collabs, it sounds like not only are there going to be like 16 members, more like strictly, I think 16 songs, 17 members, because I'm collabing with Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, you said that from here on it's really just like only chiptune music, like 8-bit and 16-bit stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, not.
Pixel.
I guess
Our friend
maybe not
Pixel.
chiptune is the right way to say it, but like classic origins, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't really
Classic.
know, like
Classic chiptune music. Like.
traditional chiptune.
Yeah. I still gotta work on
Enforcing
my
that
entry.
Chip win lingo. That's
I
how.
still gotta work on my entry. So.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I haven't really gotten to, like, I started, but I didn't really start. Like, I got some sounds together and I like made a little beat, and then I was like, I don't really like this. So
That's literally me every day.
So I gotta make that. Oh yeah, when are those due?
I haven't made the due date yet.
Me neither with Muscle Wizards, but that's gonna come soon because it's almost July, and when July comes, we get to work.
I mean, I'd join if I was competent with making music. But
I mean,
also,
like,
I also have to worry about, a bit of awesome, so, yeah.
I totally get that.
And my own solo album that I want to work on, so,
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
Which I have actually made a song for it.
Oh, that's great. Surprisingly.
Surprisingly, yes.
Don't beat on yourself that hard,
Also-
Luigi. You're
Last week
You're a
I
great
managed
musician.
to make a song with an actual melody.
Mhm.
Like,
Hey.
literally, it was like my first successful melody. I don't know how.
So yeah, definitely like send that album my or our way when you're like done with it. I'd be happy to hear it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I mean, I'm not too familiar with your music, so I can't really attest
Well, I
to
mean,
its
I
quality
do mostly
one way or the other. But
when it comes to my. Oh, sorry, I'll let you talk.
I completely forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna try to say something nice.
Yeah,
because
I
you
have
are
the
indeed nice.
problem. I have the problem of literally talking when other people are talking. So
I feel like I do that with Tris sometimes. That's alright, Tris.
Do what with me?
Sometimes I like talk while you're talking.
Oh, I
Do
mean,
I?
it comes with the territory of like, oh god.
What happened?
Sorry, I just saw something on Twitter. Oh boy.
I'm terrified. Do you want to share or no?
Mm,
if you
it's
want, I
best if
can.
I don't spread the disease.
If you want, I can
Okay.
share one of my music so you guys can get a feel.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to share it on stream or?
You know, if there is a way that you could play it through the Discord audio, that would be cool. But like, I'm happy to just play it on my computer. I think that would probably be the better option.
Let me. I think I have the link
Yeah,
to
let's
the.
just all start at the same time. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Like, again, I'm not too familiar with your music. It sounds like you're kind of just like, you have a lot to learn, as we all
Yes.
do. Absolutely.
I'm only an
So
18-year-old person.
you know, I'm only a 19-year-old person. So
Oh.
I'm only 7 and 8 years older than you.
Ow.
I'm so
Where's-
old.
you're not old, Tris.
I'm ancient.
You're just older than I am. That's it.
I'm older than dirt.
I'm
You're
older
older
than your
than-
life.
Fresh dirt.
Fresh dirt.
You're older than fresh dirt.
It's funny. I pile all my songs, older stuff.
Oh, you're cutting in and out.
I pile all my remixes that I create into one folder.
Oh.
Want to know what it's called?
What's it
What?
called?
Stuff.
Oh boy.
Stuff.
Because I think that at one point I was just like really bored.
My phone?
So
Oh no, my phone's been ringing. I left my phone on in case you like called me, Tris, and then now it's been ringing all stream. Sorry.
Oh, oops.
Oops.
Oh,
Did I
well,
interrupt
mean,
you?
I guess I'm
Did I
only
do the
slightly
thing?
older than ZJ.
Oh.
alright, I'm setting it onto the Discord.
Alright.
It is called Event Horizon.
Right.
If it would process.
Aren't there like a ton of 19-year-old and like 18-year-old chiptune people right, that I know? I feel like I do. Huh.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
feel like a lot of people are either really young or really old. I mean, I'm kind of in the middle. I think that's rude. I don't mean really old, but like you know,
Oh.
kind of like old school. I feel like I'm kind of the
Old school, but with a K because they're cool.
yeah.
And you spell cool with K-O-O-L.
Well, you don't spell cool with a K?
But I do. 'Cause I'm cool.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna count down like I did before, if everybody has it ready. Good?
Where? Oh, you put it in the Discord
The
chat.
Discord chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, I'm at the ready.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
So it's supposed to be ambient.
It sounds ambient, yeah.
So So think of it as you're entering a black hole.
Got it. How do you make this?
FL Studio.
Ah,
Yeah.
we both use that. I think after this we'll wrap up.
Alright, that's fine. Maybe I can give you an explanation of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, sure. Ooh.
So that's basically the end of it.
Spooky.
Cool.
Well, basically what it's supposed to simulate is what my friend said is it's just a big build-up. But that's the point. What do you expect? You're going into a black hole.
Mm-hmm.
And even though the build-up, the ending is just the same, it's because you just entered a black hole, you're dead.
Yeah.
Right.
The build-up is supposed to mean like you're going towards it, then you're dead.
Yeah, so definitely sounds like something out of a soundtrack. Like,
Yeah.
maybe not something you like play while you're on the subway, or I guess
Yeah.
I'm the only one who like would make that connection, but maybe not something like on the go, but definitely something like you kept in mind the kind of setting it would be played in.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's basically the album is called Spatial Extremes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ah.
Is this,
All right.
So is that the album that you said that you're going to be coming out with later?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this will be in it.
This will be in it, and
Sweet.
it'll be my first one that I'm gonna try to make money off of.
Cool. So yeah, you
Well,
heard
good luck.
it here
So
first.
yeah,
That's a little preview for
Yeah.
our listeners.
Yeah.
So if you'd like, feel free to send a little link to your music in the chat.
Right.
I think that we're gonna wrap up though.
Oh, it's gonna be so hard to do that though.
Oh, okay. Don't
Well,
bother. Just like send it in the.
I know what to do. I can
Discord
send
later.
it in the Discord. Let me send it in the Discord.
Okay.
Wait, no, Cass. There's already in the info section and the Bickle.
Oh yeah, I'll
Uh,
just do that later.
yeah.
I'll put it in the description. So check out the description. A little while after this is uploaded. And also, how would I do it real quick? Just do you think you could wrap up while I'm getting that?
Yeah, sure.
So, is there any sort of like goodbye message that we'd say?
Basically, I mean, you can plug your stuff, but I usually just go with like, well, I mean, I'll just do it. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with us. This has been Chip Chat episode 3 with your hosts. My name is Tris.
Cass and Triss.
Yeah,
And special guest Luigi.
Hi. Or goodbye.
Sorry, I just remembered. There's really hilarious, like, okay. One last thing. Speaking of anime and Ava, there was this amazing meme I saw where it was like, okay, like, it had like the dubbed version, which didn't sound so great, and then the Japanese version, which was really dramatic. It was like the main character of Ava screaming. And then the last one was the Italian version, and it was just Luigi. So,
Yeah.
That's me in the morning.
All right. A bit of
so-
awesome album.
So I guess I should say thank you guys for listening to me talk.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
we had a great time. Thank you
Thanks.
for joining us.
Yeah, it was just an
Yeah.
idea. I was like, can I just totally join your talk? And you guys are like, okay. And I'm like, wow, that's
All
a
right.
first. That's a first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I feel like it went pretty well.
11:56 here, so that means it's time to close up.
Yep.
And again,
Yeah.
thank you for listening. I'm
So
going
yeah,
to.
let's try that one more time. Thanks again for everybody hanging out. I am Tris. You can find me pretty much on every social media platform at Tristunes.
Yep.
Cass.
Cass.
And
And
You
you
can-
can find
can-
me at Cass like .Aubrey.Adams or Cass_ADMS on Twitter specifically. And also you can like join our Discord. It should be in the description.
you can
Yeah,
also
yes.
find me at Luigi_crazy.
And with that, I think we're all set. I'm going to play a little song, but that's it, and then I'm going to close the stream. So I think we're all going to head out.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Hope you had a good
BK
time.
do crimes.
See ya.
Do.
I'm going to play the music, and no more talking.
Yeah.
I'll just leave the call then.
Same.
Same. Goodbye.